What's up guys, PJ here from 3D Printing Canada. Today I have in front of me a Micro Swiss direct drive ExoSlide kit. So today we're going to be installing that on our head tech Jason's Ender 5 Plus. And I got something in store for you guys, going to be pretty funny at the end of the video. With that being said guys, let's move on forward to the unboxing video. First thing we open the package, piece of foam, get rid of that. You got your ExoSlide direct drive plate. Here's all the hot end assembly, your heat break, your nozzle, and your heat sink, as well as your heater block. Another package with your gear, as well as the pin and the spring. The rest of the Micro Swiss hardware to assemble it. This one actually is meant for kits with wheels. They still threw it in the kit because there are some hardware pieces in here you'll still use for the ExoSlide. Of course, you get your stepper motor, extension cable, the arm, the little 3D printed piece if you want to use the Bowden tube as well to go to the front of the direct drive. Now, I don't necessarily recommend using this. I just run the filament straight in. Some people do. That I'll leave entirely up to you guys. And they give you some tie wraps as well to tie wrap everything down after. Let's move on to that build video. Okay guys, so the first step I like to do is assemble the hot end on the bench to make sure everything's assembled correctly. What I like to do first, and this is really important, is by taking the heat break, putting it on the side that does not have the screw heads, okay? You want to thread that down all the way so it seats against the heater block. Then I like to take an adjustable, I grab that heater block, a 7mm wrench. I like to go ahead and give that an extra little tight and make sure she's secure. Then I just flip it over, take your nozzle, go ahead and thread that into the heater block. I like to give an extra little tighten, the wrench. Not too much though, so you don't snap your nozzle off inside there. You're also going to need to give it an extra little heat tighten. Again, I like to do that while it's not on the machine. Now the next step we're going to take, so we're going to take the heat sink, install it onto our heat break. I like to do it on a level surface, slide the two together. I pinch and hold them, tighten down the set screw, being careful not to strip it. Nice and snug. And there you have your Micro Swiss hot end assembled. Okay guys, we're going to move on to the next step, mounting the ExoSlide plate to the ExoSlide itself. ExoSlides are pretty nice. They give you multiple mounts, multiple places for mounting. In this case, the Micro Swiss just threads right in. Literally that simple, guys. 2 bolts, your carriage is mounted on. Next step, we're going to go ahead and take the extruder motor and mount it. Another 4 bolts, really easy. Let's not tighten them all down. We're just going to snug them up so you leave room for play. Just snugged. So the 3 countersunk ones go in this orientation. Now there is a special collared bolt for your extruder arm. It's going to go through and install it in the last hole. Now that I have all of them installed, I'm going to go around to each corner to corner and snug them right in. Again, simple guys, really easy to install. Next step, I'm going to take the extruder driver gear here. I'm going to, with the set screw facing towards the motor, make sure you have it installed so the set screw will tighten against the flat part on your motor shaft. You're going to have to back it out a little bit to install it. Slide it on. And I like to bring up the extruder arm to line up the gears correctly. Now you want to make sure the extruder arm gear is not binding at all. So you have the right separation. I'm just gonna snug the set screw in now to make sure these gears move nice and smooth without any binding. Looks good to me. We'll go ahead and tighten that set screw down. Now remember guys, you definitely do not want to strip this. I don't recommend using cheap Allen keys. Use a good set of hex drivers. Give an extra little tighten and that's it. Don't strip that. Next, we have a provided spring and the bolt. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna take that spring, slide it over the bolt. And then there's a hand tightened nut that goes on the opposite side. We're gonna take that, we're gonna slide it through the top. Now there is a flat spot there that has to slide through there. And you're just gonna go ahead with your hand nut here and tighten that down. Now don't over tighten this, guys. If you over tighten this, you're gonna cause binding in the gears. So you only need to snug that down a little bit. Okay, so next we're gonna install the hot end on the Micro Swiss ExoSlide direct drive kit here. Since Jason already owned a Micro Swiss because they're wonderful hot ends, we're gonna just use his pre-existing one. So all you gotta do, guys, is take that piece of Bowden tube they give you in the kit, slide it into the top of the Micro Swiss heat brake, or heat sink, excuse me, and go ahead and install that little C-clip they give you to keep it all in place. Now you wanna make sure that the 45-degree angle is facing the correct way when you install this. I'm just gonna slide it up inside there. Micro Swiss provides 2 more countersunk M3 bolts to hold the Micro Swiss in place. They also only require a 2mm hex wrench to install. Again, I recommend using hex wrenches over Allen keys if at all possible. And a good set always helps because they tend not to strip out your hardware. So make sure that's nice and straight now. And then I just go ahead and tighten them down. And there you have it, guys. That's the hot end and direct drive installed, ready to go. Now, we'll leave it up to you guys. You can go ahead and use your stock end or cooling shroud and fans, BL touch bracket, that's entirely up to you. Jason's gonna go ahead and upgrade to this Satsana mount, which can hold a 40-20 fan and a 50-15 blower fan. So that's gonna be a bonus, along with the BL touch being all in one piece. There's many prints on Thingiverse that you can adapt to this direct drive system. One last thing, guys. You wanna install a little piece of Bowden tube in the top here, okay? With this C-clip. Now don't lose this. You can find these all over the place if you do lose it, but try not to because they do only give you one. And basically this is just a guide for the filament so it's not rubbing against the aluminum and potentially scoring your filament and snapping it. You go ahead and install that C-clip and you're good to go. Okay guys, we're back and I got a little prank I'm gonna pull on my supervisor, Jason. He thought it'd be funny to tell me to make sure I wax and buff his printer and make it pristine when I give it back. Because he doesn't let anybody work on his printers and I'm lucky. So what we're gonna do, guys, I'm just gonna unplug his screen and tell him the magic smoke came out. We're gonna bring him up here and see if we can get a little rile out of him. We'll be right back. Don't hate me, bro. Don't be upset, man. Well, so I did everything proper. I installed the ExoSlide. I did a great job. Video's gonna turn out great. I go to turn it on to test it for you. Turn it on. The magic smoke came out. The part of the board still works, but I'm sorry, bro. No screen. And I tried another one, it doesn't work.
I'm just gonna say, that's the reason why when you get loose knobs and stuff like that, you don't sit there with the machine on and just wiggle it.
I'm just messing with you, I unplugged it. And again, I unplugged it. It still works, buddy, you're good. I just wanted to mess with you, see if I could get you going, you know. I love you, brother. She works just fine.
It's only parts.
I just unplugged one of the screens.
Switches now, he blows it up again now.
I know, no, watch, we'll plug it in, it's fine. Huh? Hey, I played the part pretty good there. Works fine. Hey guys, I hope you guys liked that video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. If there's any videos you'd like to see in the future, again, let us know in the comments. Maybe we can prank my supervisor some more.